What's up, everybody? I just want to thank God for a beautiful Sunday evening, Sunday night, and a good Sunday morning and daytime because I had a good time with my kids, had a good time with my pastor, with my sister, my brother, and my nephews and niece. It's been a great learning experience for all of us, I'm sure. And I just want to chronologize that or chronologicalize that, however the word is. I'm actually making up my own word because I don't even know if that's a word. But the Chronicles of Getty. Real talk. But so check out, I got a new page called the New Beat and MC Reverb Nation. Some of the old stuff that some of the new stuff that I haven't really put out there yet, but for some people that's on there. So my first single, Two-Faced, is just on there. It's just for the Reverb Nation purposes. I will be working on some stuff with SK Beats really soon. Excuse me.
I'm doing what you said.
Yes, but can you close the door, please? If you know I'm sitting here recording and this is important, can you please close the door?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I should erase this video too, but I'm not gonna do that. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Your voice is a rod too. And I'm not gonna let nobody come in between the message that God got for somebody else or whatever he's doing through me. Simple as that. Yo, the message. What was the message? The message, authority. Thank you, Pastor Vanessa, for putting me on. We walk in power. We walk in God's power, but we do not walk in God's authority. And he granted us the authority to go out there and to show his glory through our life. We tend not to do that because we back away from how people think about us, what they're going to say, things of that nature. The more I talk with people who are in God's walk or path, the more I listen to certain videos from certain pastors and things of that nature, the more I build with people who are just wanting to learn about Christ and that might know something more than me, or that I might know something more than them, you know what I mean? The more I realize that I am actually starting to walk in God's path. I've done some questionable things that I'm not too proud of during this walk, even though I said I'm gonna change my life as of my birthday, which I did. Actually, God's changed my life. You know what I'm saying? But starting a new channel is Ephesians, God's Media, Ephesians 5:11. Take no part in the wicked ways, the deeds of the wicked, but instead expose them. So that's what I started with. That's what I'm going back to. God's Media. I'm reporting live from my life and the things around me to the world. So, first thing I want to say, what I've been taught this week. Well, for one thing, I've been taught to be obedient. Nothing is done in the dark without coming to the light. Everything comes to the light. There is nothing hidden that will not be known. Nothing is hidden that will not be known. I cannot stand my flesh. Can't take it anymore. I wish God would just come. I wish the rapture would happen. And I just go with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I wish that his blood covered me so much right now that I just disappeared and walked with God like Enoch. I wish, or I pray, that God has mercy on my soul if I'm left behind. But if I'm left behind, I know exactly what my purpose is, and that's to die for Christ. And that is exactly what I will do is die for Christ. But I'm trying to live for Christ so I don't have to die for Christ. He died for me so I wouldn't have to die for him. Die in him is one thing. Die for him is a whole nother story. To die for him means that you have to come up against adversities in the physical form, as he did. I'm not strong enough for that, y'all. People I know, I can turn the other cheek. If I don't know you, it might not be so easy for me to turn the other cheek. So that puts me in danger of the hellfire because I am taking an action that God should be. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So that's why I want to leave. I want to leave before this all goes down. Got a new job. I'm happy. I'm blessed. Oh yeah, first of all, the Lord will provide, because I was talking to my son about how God gives you what you need. Faith is the what is it? The things, believing in the things, or if I'm saying this right, faith is believing in the things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. I always get that wrong, but it pretty much is saying that, because I was hoping for some things to happen. Me and my son was talking about it. And certain steps that took forth today, or took place today, I didn't even know that God was formulating a way for the evidence of what I hoped for to be right there in my face. The things unseen. I needed something, it was already there. I hoped for it, but I left it in God's hands. And because I left it in God's hands, he formulated a way for me to receive those things. And now I am happy and I'm blessed. And yes, I could be smiling a lot harder, but it's because it's almost unbelievable how quick he answers when you truly do the right thing. When you try, y'all, when you try to do the right thing. We tend to just be like, yo, I give up. There ain't no God. Oh, I am God. Or this and that and all this other stuff. Like, yo, we ain't doing nothing different from what was already written. Like, ages ago. Whenever our mother Eve took that first bite of that fruit, and our eyes were open, having knowledge of good and evil, and becoming like gods, because God himself said it. Now these humans have become like gods, like one of us, and have knowledge of good and evil. Right before we took a bite of that knowledge of good and evil, we were a part of good. We were immortal. Our parents were immortal. Our great ancestors, our great parents or whatever, were immortal. The moment they took that and they became physical. And like I said before, third density, third dimensional, matter. We became material. We dropped from spirit to material, just like the angels did. Now the thing is, the same thing is happening all over the freaking world. And it's really sickening. Like, yes, I'm blessed. Thank God that things are going my way, and that he's putting them in his, in his time, and the only effort that I'm doing is reading my Bible. The only effort I'm doing is questioning God. Questioning, having questions about what I'm learning and what I'm preaching, basically. You know what I'm saying? And I'm making room for him to open up the windows of heaven for these blessings. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saddened, y'all. I'm saddened because I know that this is real. I can know this is real, and I can get all the blessings in the world, and I can be, exalted to the top. I could be one of them preachers on TV with my own show, the Getty Rivera place, or the Getty Rivera this, or Getty Rivera that, preaching about God. But it saddens me because it ain't Getty Rivera. It's God. And if I, as a flesh being, a soul or spirit in this flesh body, can see that glorifying myself, or can see that humbling myself, I'm seeing God eye to eye, face to face. And I know that others don't get that because they are still wrapped in self. They're still wrapped in I am God. They're still wrapped in my chakras and my energy that I'm pulling and the law of attraction and all this other stuff, man. The I. It's one of the worst things you can do. Because that is the ultimate disrespect to God. I used to always say this, and I'm going to say it again. I might be moving my hand, but I don't make the movement that moves my hand. I might be the one speaking, but I do not control the mechanics of me speaking. That was the case, it'd be hard to breathe because I don't even do that. But I do it. But try that consciously. It's not so easy. He's got everything in control, and we think we're in control because we all think we're special. We all think we are, because we are gods. We're forms of God. We're the expression of God. We're the images of God. But we shape God in our image. We make God like us. The universe gives you what, the universe is not biased. It gives to the good and to the bad, whatever it desires. Excuse me, bruh. My father told me a long time ago that God reigns on the just and the unjust. Just because you're using the same knowledge with a different terminology does not make it all the same power or all the same authority, because the authority comes from the greater one. But we all feel like we're the little great ones, and it's going to hurt us. People are afraid of death. The fact that you're afraid of death is the reason why they use death against you. Is the reason why they use fear against you. It's the reason they can tell you somebody's about to blow something up and you get scared. It's the reason why they say somebody's about to run up in the spot with a gun and you get scared. And then not having a fear of death for the wrong reasons is the reason we're dying for no reason. That nigga ain't getting more money than me. Oh, that nigga owes me money. We got the whole thing twisted. The whole thing is twisted. I can get away from it all by just following Christ, y'all. Following Christ. I don't have to be on Facebook. I don't have to be on Twitter. I don't have to be on Instagram. I don't have to make rap music. I don't have to do none of that. Because when I follow Christ and the things that he opens up to my heart, to my mind, to my reality, the things, the secrets, the jewels that are planted at my feet for me to just pick up and move, it would be enough for me to just do it on my own, individually, and not even care. But my father says I must humble myself. I must humble myself. You can't be humble when you're full of yourself. So as God blesses me, I try to bless others, or I try my best not to let it get to my head. Because by letting it get to my head, I am exalting myself over God. And what is the trick of the devil? To make you better, not better, to be like God. He already got that from us, to be like gods. He already got that from us. We lost that. That's it. We're like gods now. We done lost that. We lost that unity with God. That it's so freaking simple. Believe. Simple. Simple. I don't believe what I don't see. You can't see because you don't believe. Like my pastor was telling me today, man, like when Jesus went in his own hood and he was like, yo, I cannot. He healed a blind man, but the rest of the people, they wouldn't believe. So he couldn't heal them. He couldn't do his miracles there. Because according to your faith, according to your belief is how God works. And y'all take that. Y'all take that and y'all switch it. Oh, as long as I think positive, it'll be mine. Y'all used to believe that I can heal myself. I'm immune to hepatitis A because I used to believe, because I thought that I used to believe that when I had these bad stomach aches as a kid, or as a younger dude, I used to be like, it's all in my head, this and that, and eventually I thought my body fought it off. Thank God you don't test God like that. Because by me thinking like that, and because that little illusion that the devil gave me, right? That little illusion that the devil gave me could have made me start thinking everything's in my mind. And it did. As a matter of fact, I seen some spiritual things that no one can ever freaking tell me I didn't. I have witnesses. I have people who've seen things with me that no one can take away from what we seen. I want to talk in tongues right now, Father, but not this time, not this place. One of those characters that played a part in my knowledge of God, I exalted him above all other people. Without realizing it, I exalted him above all other people. And that man got smacked dead, almost away from life, in my face. When it happened, my world was crushed. That was God telling me, you might control your reality and how you perceive it, but I'm in control of reality. And ain't not one of y'all peoples out there that can tell me different. Because you might be almighty to yourself. You might be the man to yourself. You might be a boss to yourself. But you humble yourself to someone else. So if you can do that to someone else, whether it's your leaders or your bosses or the cops, man, everybody humbles to somebody greater. But y'all scared to humble yourselves to the greatest when he's not putting a badge on and making everybody do what they want. He's not putting out, he's not controlling it. He's not controlling, he's allowing everyone a choice. He's allowing everyone a choice. I chose him. Now he is opening heaven to my life. I still mess up. No, I still messed up and I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to keep messing up. Because I do not want to get left behind. I don't want to get backed up, caught up in this third dimension, in this third reality, third density. This is almost going on 20 minutes, so hopefully somebody got a message out of what I'm trying to say. But pretty much what I'm trying to say is, thank God, I am blessed. I had a great day. I had a great week. I have a great life now. Because I'm in Christ. And as long as